solve Leetcode question 424, longest repeating character replacement. And if you look at here, they basically give you a string ABAB here, and a K is an integer that they give you. What they want you to do is basically change it any of the letter character to any other uppercase English character, and you can perform this operation at a k times, and then the goal is to return the length of the longest substring containing the same letter you can get after performing the above operations. Basically, they want you to replace any of the character at max k times, and then in order to get the longest string. So in this one, if you replace A with B, and then you get B, 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 and then the length is 4, and then if you replace B, it's the same thing. The max length you get is 4 as well, and you max allowed to replace it 2 times. That's why the output is 4 in this case. And here, if you look at it, if you replace the middle A with B here, because you only allowed to replace one character, right? And then B, 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 B is the longest, which is 4 here. Any other character that you replace, you will not get the longest length. So that's why it's the answer here. And if you look at it, here are some constraints here, and multiple company asked this question multiple times in the last 6 months. I would say this is a great question to practice on sliding window. And basically, we can take a look at one example and think about how to solve this issue more efficiently. So when you do the sliding window AA, BA, BBA, and K equals to 1, right? I just want to make sure I get all the characters right. And if you go to what I wanted to do is I want to use a map to store these values, and there's a character A and B, and as long as I go along this, and that's the key, and the value I want to write is their count that I have seen along the way. And this I want to initialize a left pointer and a right pointer. They are starting at the index 0 position, and then I also want to have a length variable to keep track of r minus left plus 1. That's basically the length of the window. The window we're current at, if you're looking at this window current right now, left, right, both are index 0. So the length of this substring is basically 1. It's not 0. That's why you have to plus 1 here, because if you 0 minus 0 is 0, then there's no length for this one, right? That's why you have to plus 1. And for the sliding window, you just continue to sliding the window to the right side until it's invalid. And I'm also going to have a result that I'm continue to update between the max of the length and the result every time I get a big length, and then I will update it. So you can go through this. Let's go through this entire string here. So I'm at A, right? The A count is 1, and is it a valid window? It's definitely a valid window here because I didn't even need to replace anything. And if it's a valid window, I'm going to continue to move the right counter to the right side. And when I move to the right side, and the count for A is 2, right? And then since it's valid, I'm not needing to replace anything, but the current length is already 2. So I'm going to also update the result as 2, and I'm going to continue to move the right pointer to the B position. And here I have B as B's count is 1 right now, and the length is 3. And 3, and the result, I'm going to update it to 3. So is 3 a valid window? I actually need to update it after if I check if it's a valid window. 3 is a valid window is the basically if the length minus the max count is smaller equal to k, then this is a valid. Why do I say so? If the reason is because the length is currently at 3, right? And a max count in the map is currently 2. So if I 3 minus 2 equals to 1, 1 is smaller equal to 1, right? So it's definitely a valid window here. That's why the max result is 3 here. And if I can, since it's valid, I'm going to continue to move it, right? So the current length is 4, and then the 1, 2, 3. So the 8, I'm gonna update it to 3 because there's 3 already, and then let's calculate if it's valid again. So the max length is 4, right? And the max count in this map currently is 3. Is 1 smaller equal to 1? Yes, it's valid. So if it's valid, then I'm gonna update the max length, the result that we're looking for, to 4. And then since it's valid, I'm gonna continue to move to the next B, right? And if you look at a B here, and B is I'm changing B to 2, right? And because there are 2B and 3A here currently, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the length is 5 already. And let's check if it's a valid window. So valid window is 5, and minus the max thing in the map is 2. 2 is it 2 smaller equal to 1? It's not. It's bigger than 1. So it's invalid. So this is the first time the window gets invalid. When a window gets invalid, what are we going to do? We're going to shrink the left side of the window until it's valid. Oh, I should not change it this way. So anyway, the right side is at B, the first B here. So I'm going to move the left side to the right side. Continue to move the left pointer until the window is valid again. So after I move the left side to the right side, and the length had become, I need to update the max. The max result is still 4, and because it's invalid, so I can't update a result. The max result has to be 4, because when I change to 5, it's invalid anymore. And then if I shrink the window, the length is 4, right? And then if I look at it, it's AB is 2, and 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. Is it invalid? It's still invalid. So invalid, I'm gonna continue to shrink the left window until it's valid. And is this window valid? This window is valid. I'm gonna continue to move to the right side, and that's how you should go through the entire array. And when you when R go to the end of the not array but the string, and then you're done. You already find the result will be updated along the way. So let me show you how to do this in code. So left pointer, right pointer, I'm gonna initialize starting at 0, and I'm gonna use a map to track the count of each character, and I have a result that we are looking for, basically the length of the substring. So for R in range, I don't care about the left side of the pointer. I only care about the right side of the pointer, right? So I want to make sure for every single R and the right pointer, I want to go through every single character here. So basically, if SR is not in the map already, I want to set the SR to 1, right? No, it's map SR. I want to set map SR to 1. Else, if SR is already in the map, then I'm gonna set map SR to +1. Every single time when I see 1, I'm gonna +1 in this case, right? So the length that we're calculating along the way is right minus left +1. That's a length. And then we're going to do a condition check to see what is a valid window. A valid window is if length minus, remember, every time we win minus is the max count in the map. How you get the max count of the map is the max value of the map.values. That's how the values function is a Python function to extract the value in the map. It will compare to and whichever one is bigger. So max. If it's smaller or equal to k, it's lowercase k, then it's a valid window. When it's valid window, what are we going to do? We're going to update a result with the result itself and the length we are calculating, right? Because if the result is bigger 5, and we absolutely going to update a current result to 5 if it's bigger. And then there's else meaning when a condition is invalid. When it's invalid, what do we need to do? We need to shrink the window, basically shrink the left pointer. When we shrink the left pointer, what do? We actually decrease the count of this left side character in the map, right? So we want to decrease the count of the left side character 1 in the map already, since they're already in the map. And then we gonna also move the left pointer to 1 position to the right side. That's how you move the left pointer, right? After you go through the entire array, and you can return the result here, and that should be what we're looking for. Yep. If you think that this is helpful, please like my video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon with more Leetcode questions. Bye bye.